Okay. Last we left off, the party and our guide Trevor was traversing the Scorched Grove. We encountered a giant magma snake and promptly defeated it. To which Trevor did confirm that that was in fact the thing that killed his mentor. And then the primal aspect of fire showed up, and we proceeded that not being there was the better part of valor in that situation. And so we made haste, some of us more successful than others. I personally decided to savor a couple of the magma rocks that our fiery friend was providing us with. Very delicious. At which point I fainted from the delicacy that was pure magma hurled at you at Mach 5. And woke up shortly thereafter. At which point we made our way towards civilization bearing grim tidings. And shortly thereafter found ourselves in front of the council, who, after a short discussion, bid us to go to the avium and research the primal aspect of fire and discover any weaknesses it might have. At which point my mentor, no. At which point, and I forgot his name, Michael?
Tyria Bellowstein.
Tyria Bellowstein. Yep. At which point Tyria Bellowstein decided that in light of the incredible lack of urgent things he needs to do, that now is the time for him to take me personally to court. And now we're here.
Alright, you may take your point of inspiration. So,
yay!
As you are following this small raptor man leaning on his cane as he walks, he takes you down to a hallway, to where eventually at the end of said hallway, you see what seems to be this set of double doors. And you can see him just tap his cane against the ground, and you can see these wooden doors just open to what seems to be an office. And he just says, "Come along, young man, we have much to discuss," as he starts walking in.
I follow.
Alright. As you do, the doors close behind you, and you find yourself in what seems to be an office space. It's dimly lit at first, but then once again he taps his cane. You can see several sort of magical sconces alight. The room is in a sort of dimmer light, and he says, and he turns around to you and says, "Feel free to make yourself comfortable," as he kind of like gestures to the other side of this table, and he says to you, "Give me one moment, but I would like to play a game with you, if it's all the same."
I can't control that token.
It's because I put it in the maps and background layer. Whoops. Anyway. So, he goes over to what seems to be this larger desk over here for a moment, shuffles around in a drawer and grabs some papers, and then he, without saying a word, makes his way back here. So, I'm sure you would have many things you want to say at the moment, Lyron.
No, I'm quite fine.
I don't know. I guess I'll start this off. I was hoping you play along for a bit. And you can see him pulling out what seems to be checkers. And then he just moves one of the pieces, and he will say, "So, young man, you do realize that, given your record and what you were just caught with, you're in a bit of trouble." And he waits for you to respond / play the game.
I can see how that might be the case. I will cast Unseen Servant and have it play the game.
Alright. Put your Unseen Servant on the board. Your Unseen Servant moves a piece. Are you directing it, or are you just having it play?
I'm having it play.
Okay. These things don't have a high intelligence, but it moves a piece.
It has enough intelligence as a normal human. I assume a normal human knows how to play checkers.
Okay, fair.
Does it?
So,
Yep. The only attribute it has that isn't great is its strength attribute. Everything else is a 10.
interesting. You see the raptor man in front of you kind of cock an eyebrow, but plays along. So, you disappeared before anyone could question you about the incidents at the avium.
Well, I was under the impression that I was free to leave at my discretion. No one had bid me otherwise.
Remind me, how truthful of a statement is that?
It is. If you read the backstory I sent you, it very much is truthful.
Let's see.
I have no intention of lying here, Michael. Like, this is
Leonard doesn't lie anyways.
yeah. I have yet to lie with this character. I'm not about to start now.
Fair enough. Is that so? Well then this should be much easier conversation than I thought. We found some old, shall we say, remnants of your experiments.
Yes.
You are aware that that sort of thing is not allowed, correct?
Yes.
May I ask you your intentions in delving into such areas of study?
Diverse and of yet undefined.
You said diverse and yet undefined?
Yes.
And may I ask what you're doing with these books, as he's kind of like gesturing down to where the books have been set on his desk?
I have yet to change my course from my brief research in the avium. I simply continued it outside of it.
Let's see. Now, you do realize that you won't necessarily be welcome back into the avium at this point, given the circumstances of your, at least from our perspective, correct?
I understand that.
However, despite your past, this team would need someone who's familiar with the avium. Obviously, I'm going to be confiscating any of your materials. Now, I do need to ask though, are you planning on continuing this delve into necromancy?
Naturally.
Despite
I see no reason to stop.
fairly
I knew of the taboo associated with it when I started.
I do know that the Watchmen would be the Arcane Guards would be very unpleased with this. And Lyron, you would know that the Arcane Guards are kind of They're not so much their existence is a secret, but they're a very secretive organization in terms of the Humblewood law enforcement that specifically deal with cases of dark magics and necromancy.
Hmm.
They
There are.
are very. Once people are kind of put on their watch list, if people are found to be out to be necromancers, they're usually the ones that deal with it, and they tend to deal with things quietly.
Oops. Well, there are many who don't appreciate the finer uses of Arcana.
To which I would agree with you in some senses, but this could be rather dangerous. Those of a religious persuasion, such as the Melux Lutima, probably disagree with you on that. Now, I am curious though. That book I had opened up was painfully scrawled in blood. Would you like to explain?
Well, I can give you the brief history of the book, as little of it as my party member decided to give me.
Go on. As you're looking down, though, he's kicking your unseen servant's ass in checkers.
The assumption that I would care is amazing. Well, your arcane police force is quite poor at its job. At this point, by the way, Lyron has found a really interesting corner in a room and is intently studying it. Yes, 19 degrees on all sides. He's not looking this person in the face.
Okay.
Your police force is quite shit at its job, as a serial killer had just taken up residence literally right outside the avium and killing people and experimenting with their corpses. Producing that, and the other book, I'm actually unaware whether he produced that one as well. It's strange, huh?
And which book are you referring to? You had 4.
Bear with me on this one.
Oh, by all means.
Okay, I pull out the Book of Smut.
Oh, it's on the table right now.
Ah, okay. I open it to a page I've decoded, and I give him the little bit of the cipher I already have.
He takes a moment to look down at it. Cocks his head. And what do you suppose this cobble fright is?
Oh, I didn't hear that, Michael.
Oh. And what do you suppose this cobble fright is?
I haven't the faintest of ideas.
And what? And then may I ask, between this and the other book, what do you intend to do with this?
But this, quite literally nothing. It was just a odd curiosity that was brought to me.
Fascinating. Tell me, what is your goal with the Dark Arts? You don't seem like the typical necromancer sort. You can't exactly say you have the look of someone who's seeking to rule.
Are you aware of how my magic works?
If my reports are correct, you are a study of time manipulation, necromancy.
Yes. It's a curious little thesis I have in which a human is comprised of two things, a soul and a body, with the soul being nearly eternal from what I have observed, and the body being a lot less so. So if one can use some sort of container for a soul, and then, let's say, via chronomancy, revert a expired body to a state where it is already living, and then reintroduce the soul to it, one can achieve functional immortality.
Fascinating. Very interesting, I suppose. And do you have any basis for this theory, or is this simply gut feelings?
Well, I know of a way to entrap a soul. The body part is trickier, hence why I'm researching necromancy. It, by far, apart from clerical ways, is the only way to repair a body.
And you have no intention of binding a soul to the planes through dark magics, then?
Well, the nature of what I am doing is by its own nature binding souls to the plane.
Let me rephrase that. You are familiar with how the religion of this land states that necromancy is the dark art of chaining a soul to an, shall I say, expired corpse so that it may puppet it in a shallow form of life, disrupting the natural rhythm that our world enjoys so much.
I can neither confirm nor deny that will be what I am doing, because what constitutes an expired body? Let us hypothetically say that I give you a crystal that upon your death entraps your soul in it, at which point you perish. A cleric shows up and repairs your body, or a necromancer does and does the same, at which point your soul is reintroduced into your body. Is your soul now not a entrapped soul? As in theory, that does indeed break the cycle.
Very interesting question, man. Personally, I believe that doesn't interrupt the natural flow of the world. However, I am not able to prove that necessarily. I must assume otherwise.
Well, you would be a functioning ghost at that point, in theory. Just possessing a body. Theoretically undead.
Look. Make me a persuasion check. Based on everything you've said so far.
I am naturally really good at those. Watch me go. And the trend continues. That's nice. You see, Andy, this is why I don't play charismatic characters.
I don't play charismatic characters either. Just that I just have the high stats. That's just because I have the charisma of a fucking baked potato.
And I don't play charismatic characters because I can't roll charisma skills to save my life. Literally.
Didn't I give you a bardic inspiration? Oh wait, no, that probably expired since we had to take a long rest to level up.
Yep.
Never mind.
Well, you guys haven't leveled up yet.
Oh, didn't we? I thought we did.
No.
No, we haven't.
You guys
We pre-did it, but
Yeah.
Okay.
The effect of the level up doesn't kick in until you guys have a long rest, but
Yeah.
Yeah, you might
Sounds good.
still have a bardic inspiration there.
Yeah. Because I did spend it on 2 people. I just don't remember who.
Yeah, I mean, I'll
Would
let
you
you
like-
roll it. If you have it, I'll let you roll it.
I'm good. I'm saving everything I've got for that. So do you want to be executed? No. Roll me persuasion for that one, John.
He looks at you and says, regardless, this sort of, as things currently stand, this sort of research is by far illegal.
Shit, Laura, leave!
Jordan's about dead. So.
This sort
Just
of
kidding.
research is illegal. Based on the situation, however, as things are, I can allow you to walk away from this with the misunderstanding cleared up. However, I do need to know that you'll abandon any further investigations into this.
You see, now the I will never lie with this character's biting me in the ass because Lyran will just say I can't promise that. As a matter of fact, I can definitely not promise that.
Cox and Iran says, you know that most people will be lying to me at this point, or scared at the prospect of what happens next.
Because of how I experienced time, I have found lying difficult.
Explain, if you would.
Well, it's a lot like taking a test for me. For a lot of people, I have recently discovered that it's a one and done thing. Yet I can take a test, figure out what went wrong, retake it, and retake it again, just refining my answers each time. And from everyone else's perspective, I've only taken it once. It's a weird prospect of lying where I can somewhat confirm whether someone is lying to me or not by looking into the future and or the past to a limited extent.
Well, that doesn't still answer my question as to why you don't lie.
It's a foreign concept.
I see.
If someone tells you that there is a color that you've never seen, describes it perfectly to you, but you still can't see it, would it be part of your perception?
I suppose not, no.
Lying isn't part of my perception just because reality is malleable.
I see. I would ask you, though, to reconsider your point of view here in terms of delving into such research. Why is it important to you?
I don't know. It's the first thing that was interesting enough for me to actually put work in.
Make me another persuasion check.
I'll be right back.
You can tell how much I try to not roll persuasion when I can't even find it on a character sheet.
Regardless, you do realize openly admitting that you're going to continue practicing necromancy. That puts
Well,
us
I
in
have done. I have done nothing but openly admitting that I'm a necromancer ever since I got out of the avium. I haven't lied to a single person who has asked. Your council didn't ask, which surprised me, but the captain of the bandit stronghold did. I was honest with her to the best of my abilities.
Says,
Several other people have.
and I suppose that is failing on us then. One that I'm here to correct. I appreciate your honesty, it makes my job a lot easier, but I really don't want to have to report you to the Arcane God. It seems like a waste. You see him sit and think for a moment. And as he puts down the last of the checker piece, as you see he's more or less won the game of checkers against your unseen servant, and he says, "Can you give me one reason why I shouldn't, at this point, have the Arcane God come in here and do what they will with you?"
I can give you 4. Giant fire monster and its 3 pet snakes.
Yes, the situation is bad, however, I still have a job to do, and the issue we're having is that the avium, as you are well informed, has a lot of dangerous knowledge stored in its roots. Knowledge that your party is going to be delving through. I need a way to ensure that you are not going to be delving into anything you shouldn't be looking at.
Well, if it makes you feel any worse, my plan for taking care of the giant fire monster does involve a lot of necromancy.
You're a very interesting young man.
I strive to be entertaining.
Now let me ask you one last thing. Do you really think you can achieve immortality in the way you describe?
I haven't the slightest clue. I assumed it was gonna be a project I work on for years and not have to defend a thesis that I have only worked on for a year, tops.
Well, it's a shame. But I believe this conversation's over. It was nice meeting you, Ivan. As you see him stand up. And you can see him go over to his desk. And you can see him sit down in his chair. And he seems to pull out what seems to be paperwork and starts writing.
I'm not good with social cues. What does this mean?
Are you asking him?
Yes.
Oh, it means that. It means I'm asking someone to come in and take care of you for the time being. As you can see him just scrawling on a piece of parchment.
I'm not good with subtlety too. What does that mean?
Well, as he dots what seems to be a period, and he tosses the paper up in the air and just. It means the Arcane God are going to be here in approximately 10 seconds.
interesting. I wait 10 seconds.
As you do. You see what seem to be these few guards come in here. And they both just look at the council member, and then he just kind of points to you, like looking down at his paperwork, writing something, and just points to you as if he's like working on something else, and they just turn to you.
I get up.
One starts to walk over to you. So put your hands in front of you.
I comply.
Alright. As you do, he puts what seems to be manacles on your wrists. And as he puts them on and closes them, you can feel sort of a tingling sensation come from them as you see this sort of like arcane script embedded in the manacles. And he starts taking you away.
We.
As you're taken out of the being taken out of the office, the rest of you guys, what have you been doing this time? You were kind of led back out into the sort of
Well, Rocco was
entry
waiting
hall?
for Liren to get out.
Same here.
all right.
Roko's just gonna see just Lyra just being escorted by 2 guards after waiting for like 20 minutes outside.
Which is more or less what happens as you all wait outside, waiting for Lyran. You see what seems to be a couple of these bird folk guard. They seem to be wearing much nicer armor than the normal perch guard, and there seems to be 4 of them now, as 2 more had kind of joined this group. As you see Lyran in manacles being escorted out.
What the hell's going on here?
Didn't go over so well, eh?
Hey! Tutu's gonna like start kind of marching up to them and goes, hey, what's the big deal about this?
This man has fully taken away to.
Well, hey, he's part of our group here. He's helping us do a good thing.
Rufus is gonna just slightly nudge Corsa and just say, "Don't try to indict us too."
I'll be right back 1 minute.
Okay.
What are the charges if found guilty?
Confession to being a necromancer, along with having several illegal documents upon his person.
Hey, can Tutu go march into the room where the guy was?
So you walk back into the main waiting room of the Elderheart Council. You see the receptionist standing at the desk, like, "Oh, you're back."
Where's the magic guy?
Can you be more specific?
No, I cannot. The one who just ordered our friend to be arrested.
Oh, you're talking about the council. I assume he's in his office.
Tutu will say, thank you. Now, which one is it?
Do you want me to ask if you're allowed to go back there?
Yes.
Give me 1 moment, as you can see her just kind of stand up, walk
Sorry
away.
about that.
She stands up, walks away for a couple minutes, and while that's happening, what are the rest of you doing?
Well, Rocco's going up to the 2 guards going, what the hell are you doing with our friend?
He's going to be brought in for further, more detailed questioning and most likely arrested.
For what?
What
Because he
would
had...
the sentence be? Oh, sorry.
For the crimes of the practice of necromancy.
I never saw him practice necromancy. You guys see him practice necromancy?
No, but he does often do. I do feel a sense of deja vu whenever I'm around him. I don't know if that's... That's all I feel when he's around.
Regardless, given the fact that he has made testimony and had illegal material on his possession related to the subject, he has been arrested on this evidence and thus will be persecuted by the law.
So let's get
What
this
would
straight.
the,
We're in the
sense
middle of
be?
literally an apocalyptic situation, and you're worried about this guy?
Sir, I am doing my job, nothing more and nothing less.
This is why you never say anything without a lawyer.
Yeah, that's what all the soldiers said in
with him when you
World War
guys
II
accused
when
him. This
Cutler...
seems like a thrill against the law.
What would the sentence be if he is convicted?
It depends on what further investigations dredge up, but based on what I've been told, he's more than likely going to be facing a few decades in prison.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Jesus Christ, Larian. Okay.
Now, we've indulged you long enough, we must be going.
Well, no, you're not. Let him
You
fucking
can see,
live here.
kind of the head of these
Where
guys.
the hell are you taking him?
Well, it was nice knowing ya.
He's being taken to barracks, and that's all you need to know. As he starts pulling on the chain that's attached to Lion's manacles.
Roko's gonna walk into the council. What the fuck is going on here?
Tutu was waiting.
All right, hold on. So, bone of operations. Before Roko starts busting in, Tutu, the woman walks back and she says, "Yes, the councilman has agreed to meet with you. Just go into the." And she kind of like goes down the hall and kind of like points you to the door. She's like, "You're gonna go down there, take a left, and then a right, and it's gonna be the door at the very end of the hall."
Tutu will get across the council room and then turn around and say, "Can you repeat that?"
You're taking a left and a right. Last door down the hall.
Left and a right, left and a right, left and a right. Okay. Can you repeat that? This happens a couple of more times, but Tutu eventually gets there.
All right. Tutu, as you get to the hall, Roko, you bust in.
What the fuck is going on?
Rufus is already planning a breakout attempt.
So we're gonna spring him somehow, right?
Rufus is like, well, this is definitely a challenge, but, you know, I've never done a prison break before. This could be interesting.
Oh god, I'm gonna have to build a map for a prison.
I don't know, you want to do it?
No, it depends what... Roko's got some choice words with the council right now.
I know, he's
yeah.
he's asking Casa if she wants to if she wants to do a prison break.
Oh, absolutely. Sounds like a lot of fun.
And this is how your party gets a TPK, not by the aspect of fire, but by breaking
Most
your neck.
definitely, yeah.
Or the party just walks away and lets the city world burn. They're not below that.
Yeah.
We'll just
You
let it
live
burn.
in the world.
Huh?
Alright, yeah.
We live in the
I said
world,
you
but
live
we'll
in
let
the
it
world.
burn. Their choice.
We're just gonna need a few things before we
We're just
stop
gonna
this
build a boat
operation.
and let them burn. It's like...
Don't worry, I know a few guys with boats. We could probably go and take one of theirs. If need
So-
be.
DM, when Tutu gets in the room, is the council member there?
Yes, he is. So, Tutu, you are, you walk into this kind of like light enough room, though it is kind of a little dim. There you go. And you see this small raptor man just sitting at his desk, and he looks up and he's like, "Ah, yes, the Dripping. I assume you have something you wish to say to me regarding your friend."
Tutu nods and will pull out a piece of paper and will set it in front of him. It has these names on it.
All right. You can, as you come up and you put the paper on his desk, he's like, "Have a seat." As he starts to look over it. As he,
These are the names of some people, a necromancer that I found in the woods and killed on my own, had brutally killed, murdered, and their ghosts were circulating the area. So here's my question for you. Why did I, some random Gerbine asshole with no working memory whatsoever, have to do that? If you could give that back, by the way, because I still need to reach out to the one lady, the Vulpin lady's family. Why wasn't the council on top of that? But now that the friendliest fucking necromancer, who has never killed anyone as far as I know, I think there was some accidents involving a rock, but that was on someone else's part too. Anyway, I don't remember much, but I do remember that Lyran looks like he's going to shit himself anytime one of our party members kills someone in front of him. He hates killing. He hates death. And this is the guy you're arresting and freaking out over, while you're letting some random necromancer asshole go on murdering in the woods until some brain-damaged Gerbine just happens to stumble across his shitty little cabin in the middle of shitty nowhere and kill him. That's what you're telling me. That you'll arrest a necromancer who has killed no one and harmed no one, but you'll let that guy go?
As you're saying this, just so I have an idea of what everyone's time frame is, Roko, this is about the time when you walk in. We'll get back to you in a moment, Laura, just because I want to try to make sure this is all happening relatively simultaneously.
Yeah.
So Rogo walks, what the fuck are you guys doing?
The secretary looks up at you, is like, oh, okay, hi. And she's like, okay, that's two now in her head.
Literally, you sent us off to go solve a world-ending problem, and then you instantly arrest one of my fucking members?
I mean, that's the council's decision. I'm not a part of that. You're yelling at the secretary right now.
No, he wanted to burst in on the, he's like, where the fuck's the council? I'm gonna speak to those idiots!
Well, your, one friend just secured a meeting with, Tia Bellowstein, so if you want, I can ask if they're all willing to reassemble at the moment.
Look, you guys have a world-ending event on us, and we're getting screwed over. I need to speak with somebody.
Let me go talk to them. See if they want to set up a meeting emergency. Yeah, she leaves. You get the feeling she doesn't like being yelled at. So while that is happening, Tutu, the man responds to you and he says, lady, simply put, that necromancer is one that we did not know about. Your friend is one that we did learn about. It is as simple as that. I understand that he may not be having ill intentions, however, his actions do have repercussions to them.
What is so bad about necromancy anyway? I'm not a magic user. This isn't my wheelhouse, but I really want to know. What's so bad about it?
In truth, it is a more of a religious taboo. Many of those who believe in the gods here, which is most people, tend to believe that necromancy disrupts the great rhythm of life that the Marathon are so eager to maintain. if one brings back a soul before it is supposed to be more or less reincarnated, it can disrupt this rhythm and plunge the world into chaos. Or so it is believed.
I don't know if you noticed, but the world's kind of already in chaos as we speak. I'm not sure, letting this one necromancer go is, or not go for that matter, is going to fix anything. But, you do you. This really doesn't surprise me. The council has always been useless, targeting the wrong, letting take her little list of papers and say, this reason right here is why the bandits formed as they formed. And if you're not careful, it's just gonna happen again.
If it makes you feel any better, young lady, I gave him every opportunity to leave his work where it was, and to lie to me if he so tried to. But he refused to do so, and my duty prevents me from simply letting well enough alone as much as I would, even if I'd like to.
Right. Tutu would just start heading toward the door, which I assume is a good point for a secretary to come in.
Yep.
But
as you're leaving, the secretary walks in and she says, Councilmember Tia Belisina, she kind of gives a little bow. The map patch from the group is asking to have a meeting with the council. If it were to your satisfaction, I've checked with the others. They have agreed to re-adjourn for a brief meeting. And you can just see him just give a... I don't know. I will be there momentarily. I suppose, young Jimmy, and then I will meet you once again on the council floor.
Yep, sure.
So, as he starts to get up, leans on his cane once more and starts walking out the door.
Whee!
What are the rest of you doing, by the way?
I assume Cosset and Rufus are still mulling over prison break ideas.
Yeah. See, Rufus, he's lawful neutral, but since Lyra is being unlawfully detained, since he never actually brought a corpse back to life yet, in his mind, this is an equal recompense.
He is just
not gonna kill
anxiously
anybody.
twiddling his thumbs in the corner, thinking
Yeah.
furiously.
Yeah. I got a few
Genuinely, I have a really good fucking point, but Ian's too stupid to think of it.
Oh,
How about this? I've had
Ian,
Ian rub all of his brain cells together to have one really good idea. If I roll an int check and I get above a 16, I'll say it.
Alright.
Right, feel free.
Nope.
Shit.
Nope.
Well,
Yeah.
in that case, I got a couple of ideas brewed in my head.
Yeah.
So, Cassie,
over here, when Jordan over here, where was this effort the last time one of my characters almost died? By Laura.
This isn't by Laura.
This is.
It's
this
equal
is
parts
mostly
Laura. It's equal parts you and him.
valid. I don't think it was actually much me, but I didn't help with the book situation.
No.
I mean, Michael's the one who gave you a necromancer book side quest.
Yep. So actually, it's Michael's fault.
And you can say that. Oh, sure.
Alright, shutting up. Go on.
Alright, so, as you guys re-adjourn in the council hall once more.
By the way, Jordan's here going like, oh, look at all those people fighting for this character sheet. I've already abandoned scribbles on your character sheet.
No.
Michael is making sure that you're not going to get your next character, Jordan.
After this
I
whole ordeal is
promise
over
you.
and Lyran's, I don't know, we can't bargain with them anymore, I'll say what I was thinking. But I'm not going to say it yet.
Alright. But you guys are once again on the council room floor as the council members take their seats as Speaker Beta says the session is now in order. Ashbro's last. State your purpose for this meeting today.
Are we all there?
Or is it just Roko and Tutu?
No,
Did
he
you
would
guys...
have brought
oh, no,
everybody in if they were willing
Okay.
to follow him in. Because I'm assuming it took a few minutes to get this together. At minimal.
It did.
I mean, he's not in prison yet, so we're probably going to have...
I'm just going to say, Ian's not going to say shit.
Come on, man. You can be the intimidation factor.
This is government and law and smart things.
Okay,
All right, this
well-
is not his wheelhouse at all.
Well, think about it this way. The most primal, innate attribute of any creature is fear. And you're the biggest, most toughest of
I don't
all
want to
of us.
intimidate the fucking bird count. That's just going to make it worse. Genuinely, I see no point in actually intimidating and making them fear me, because that's just going to make it worse.
It's passive fear. We're not actively intimidating them.
It's just going to make it worse.
If we need to be
I
intimidated,
firmly believe it's going to make it worse if we try and intimidate the council. Anywho, continue.
So, you guys, the floor is yours. Anyone who wishes to be there is. So just head count. Who is there?
Well,
Obviously,
Dumbledore-
Well, me.
Tutu.
Gossy, you want to still continue planning on prison breaks, or do you want to be in there?
I'll go in if Rufus goes in, but
Alright.
otherwise I think it's a lost cause, and also Cosset doesn't know anything about politics.
I feel like Rufus would have some experience, at least like, talking to the council, but I kind of want to do a prison break nonetheless. You know what? Fuck it. Rufus will go in just see if he can help out.
Ian will go in to help pick up Tutu so Tutu can project her voice farther for being so short.
You just hold Tutu up, just like
Yep.
just like in the Lion King, just going La Savannah.
Yep, exactly.
All right, so you're all in the chamber room minus Lyran. So the floor is yours. What do you say?
So you guys think it's a great idea to send us off on a mission to save the world and to have one of my party members arrested immediately after?
I do have to agree, councils. Lyran is kind of a important cog in our little operation.
There's kind of like between the 4 council members who weren't a part of that like whole thing with Lyran. Considering this only happened minutes ago, you gather they hadn't been informed of this, and then you see Tyria Bellowstein kind of says, "The man had fully admitted to being a necromancer while possessing several illegal books and materials. I am doing my job as a member of the Arcane Guards."
Oh,
Uh,
that's
see.
fantastic! I suppose when the
Did
world
he
is burning
admit
down
to
in
raising
hell,
a
we can
corpse?
point at you then!
Has he ever admitted to raising a corpse of any kind?
He has described to me how he wishes to achieve functional immortality, and that he.
But did he raise a corpse?
I don't
It's
know,
study.
living forever sounds kind of nice.
The study of necromancy is completely different from actually doing necromancy.
Yes, but given his past record, he has shown signs of participating in necromantic spells and rituals. While the school of necromancy in and of itself is not illegal, the act of trying to raise the dead is. And from what we've gathered, he has more or less stated that he is going to follow this path.
You can't arrest somebody that has not committed a crime yet That's not how societal judgment works. Just because I say I'm going to go and steal from the local candy shop does not mean you guys can arrest me because I haven't fucking done it yet.
Well, we can arrest upon conspiracy, but the issue on the table is that illegal contraband he is holding has specifically rituals of raising the dead, and he had specifically told me he wished to study it.
One that he did not make himself, one that was found, again, by a murderer that our fair little Germain swordsman has killed.
It's at this point Lima Lux Ludima pipes up and she says, "Well, yes, the crimes of necromancy are fairly serious. I do not believe now is the time for such judgment calls, especially considering what is need to be done next." To which point, you kind of see like a nod from Oakenwood, who says, "Yes, for the laws of this land should never be broken by any measure. We are facing imminent destruction otherwise." To which then Bellestein replies, "Yes, but my duty is to uphold this sacred part of our society."
You won't have anything to sacred to hold if you continue on with this nonsense. Let's face it, Elderheart is not exactly in flames yet, but Scorching Grove is not exactly slowing down either. And it might not be best to hold back some of the folk that are attempting to postpone that, at least.
Still, the Corvian gentleman, who your lot would know as Master of Logistics Artentel, pipes up and says, "I must agree with Councilmember Bellestein here. Such things are a danger to our society, and I would figure you, Lima Lux Lutma, and Oakenwood would know this quite well. I must concur that our council member here has made the right decision."
So your decision to arrest their best researcher right before you send us to go do research was the smart move just before a giant fire creature's about to kill everybody.
Quick question there, Michael. How many people are agreeing? How many on the council are agreeing? Like, what's the ratio of agreeing to disagreeing?
Right now, it seems like 2-on-2 with Councilmember Beta staying quiet at this point.
Look, all I'm saying is, you wanted to arrest him. That makes sense, I guess. But you think you could have waited till after we succeeded the mission?
Problem there, young Patches, where you're going contains some of the most dangerous information in all of Humblewood.
Dad, you got someone to watch him!
You are cutting out.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that was actually really hilarious. Just peak mic, like, for a split second.
Did you find somebody to watch over him? You don't have to arrest him just because you're worried about the book. You have someone with them.
Can I have one of you make me a persuasion check?
I'm pretty good at those.
Yeah, bro, you're better at
council
me,
member.
so...
Council member, you do remember that I was assigned to this group to keep an eye on them. And they've been rowdy, but harmless.
Alright. Kind of with all of you kind of pleading in this regard, you're starting to see in the arguments you're making, you're starting to see kind of more of a shift in the room. And you're, can someone also make me an insight check?
I can do that.
I'm not as good at those. The question is, Jordan, do you actually want Lyran to be free? Because if you
Hey, whatever the story goes, the story goes.
No, I'm asking you. It sounded like you had another character concept in mind.
He literally
I
just
wanna make
came
sure
up
I'm
with
not-
it like 5 minutes ago, man.
Okay, fair enough.
Alright. So, Roko, you're seeing that while Tyria, Bellenstein, and Artentel is they're both kind of holding firm, and Lima, Lux, Ludima, and Oakenwood are both still holding firm. You see, you can kind of tell that Speaker Beta is starting to lean more towards your guys' argument at the moment. She's not 100% committed to it yet, though, but you're making headway in this way.
Gotcha.
All that we ask is that
Look,
Lyran be fairly judged for the crimes that he has actually committed, no matter what they are, not for the ones that he could potentially be doing. That's all.
look, here's the other way to look
Man,
at
he
it
had
too.
confessed that he is that he is an necromancer upon our laws. That is a punishable sentence. To study
Really?
necromantic theory and to practice it are two different things, and he told me with utmost certainty that he had the intent to practice.
Well, darn,
Yes.
at least give him points for honesty.
No, I told
Yeah.
him I was very shocked to hear him be so honest.
I mean, how do you define
He is
necromantic
kind
practice?
of deadpan in his own way. Well, up until he can actually raise a corpse, I don't see what he has done wrong. He has only studied. And the book that was on us is not one of his own creation.
Let me ask you this, young man. Say if
I'm
you
for-
made it.
Oh, sorry.
Say you made an enemy of someone, and they gave you a wholehearted threat of how they're going to harm your family, in retribution for whatever way you slighted them. Would you not act to prevent such a thing? Would you not go to your perch guard and tell them of this threat?
I suppose it depends
Rufus
on
is
the
gonna
threat.
raise an
Are you
eyebrow
saying
and just
that
say,
I'm
okay,
just
first
gonna
off,
go slap you in the
I'm not young,
face?
I'm 42 years old.
Nope.
Second, Lyran said that out of all the people,
Okay.
Lyran said that he's going to threaten your family. Lyran, really?
I didn't say he said that, but I'm saying he's actively told me he was going to continue practicing necromancy.
Also, by the way, apparently, Hedges can actually live for a decently long time.
Oh, fair enough.
So it's he's old, but like it's kind of like elves where they live a
Yeah.
long time.
Fucking
No, I gotcha.
42 though.
he has. That's why I chose the College of the Road, because he has a lot of experience with a whole bunch of things.
But anyway,
So what you're basically saying is that you wouldn't trust a man that has rumors surrounding him, or who has interesting. Actually, I think I know what you mean. Never mind.
Tutu would at this point like to pipe up and say, by the way, the reason he had those books is because of me. Because I killed an actual necromancer that was a problem. That killed a few people and was doing horrible things with their corpses. It was pretty messed up. And Tutu tries to remember the rest of what they said and fails because their memory is AC.
The entire
This
time,
is-
Ian's just slowly raising her into the air. She continues talking.
Yes.
Behold, the great and mighty Tutu.
Oh, and he doesn't like killing. Ian kills a lot more than Lyran. And
You're not
Lyran,
helping.
if I remember right, just kind of looks sick every time it happens. So you tell me who's dangerous here.
Quick question. And Rufus is gonna just like raise his hand, and he's like, "Aren't clerics of certain varieties able to actually raise dead also.
I mean,
Yes,
that's in the.
but in that matter, the
Welcome back.
Sorry, just reconnecting. I think my mic cut out. Hear me now?
Yep.
Okay.
yes, but in that case, it is the gods who are able to witness the great rhythm themselves, allowing such a thing to happen. They are aware of when a soul is allowed to return to the land of the living without disrupting the rhythm.
Then why don't we just have the necromancer, just pray to the gods and let them know, hey, we need to keep this person here for a few more minutes, at least. Or try to.
Because a necromancer cannot commune with the gods the way a cleric would.
Seems kind of silly, but okay. Griffith's gonna just kind of go back to his table and just think for a moment.
Look, the bigger issue here is simply put, we need him with us so we can get our shit done. I mean, you could have waited till after all this mess to arrest him.
Or at least he warned us.
Can I have another one of you make me a persuasion check?
Do you want me to do it again, or?
You got the higher persuasion, so it makes more sense.
Oh, I'm gonna use, did I use my inspiration? Yes, I did. Shit.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. I think I did last time, because I rolled like a nat 1 or something. Still a 13. It's not the worst. Not the best.
Still, laws of this land must be upheld. Lady Lux Ludima will then pipe up and she says, to be fair though, we have made exceptions in terms of the bandits. Why not make an exception for this as well? It is not that it is not that wild of a thing we could do given the circumstances. This man is more useful out at the avium than in a cell somewhere. They've done good work in the past. Why not allow them to continue? Perhaps we can keep more of a closer eye on him. Maybe give him a chaperone, so to speak.
I thought that was my job, counselor.
It is. It is, but perhaps some other form to make sure he's not up to anything unsavory.
Man, this is just a bunch of ageism bullshit. They're replacing me with a younger party member. This is bullshit. I like to sue the council for their ageism bullshit.
Well, that's something you probably want to get a lawyer for, but I must say, to check the Jordan's beheading doesn't sound like a bad.
Those 12-year-olds taking the places of 42-year-olds over and over again. How dare they?
Exactly.
Well, is it not true then, Councilman Tia, that there are certain arcane markings that we can put on someone to monitor what schools of magic they're accessing, that they're pulling on? There's kind of a pause from Councilmember Bellowstein, as he then says, I suppose so, yes, there are ways we can track someone's use of magic, to a degree. Then may I propose we simply do that with this man, if he is under the impression that he will face further punishment if he continues his necromantic journey, and is aware that we will know if he does. Perhaps that will be enough deterrent to keep him off said path. It's just kind of a pause in the air. Oakenwitz just says, I'm not opposed to such a thing. It would be I just want this man back out into the field where he's more of use to us at the moment. If we have to, we can arrest him afterwards. But this situation is bigger than, as this group puts it, one necromancer.
Thank you, that's what I mean. You want to arrest him after the fire demon's done? We can talk about it then.
If I can have one more of you make a persuasion check with advantage at this time, because you are getting a lot of. Well, I'll explain it later. Alright. Given the arguments on the floor, finally, Council Member Vita speaks up and she says, We shall not be wasting more time discussing this. I believe at this point that the matter should be put up for a vote. All in favor for fully prosecuting the Vulpin known as Lyran for crimes of necromancy at this moment in time, say aye. And you can see council members Tier Bellowstein and Arten Tell both raise their talons and say aye. And all opposed to delaying the prosecution of this necromancer until the current crisis has passed, into which case he will be given a standard trial. Say aye. Aye, aye, aye. And in a 3-1 vote, the necromancer shall be set free at the moment. However, he will be given a brand that will monitor which schools of magic he is accessing at any time, and he is to keep a full log of what spells he is using at any moment. Is this satisfactory to your group?
Yeah, that's fine.
What was that, Heath?
Sounds
Yeah,
about
that's fine.
Seems reasonable.
Very well. Bellowstein, if you would please inform your people to let him go. And let these adventurers be off on their way as soon as possible. So they may handle this situation. As for the rest of you, I am sure you're tired from the journey here. Prepare for anything that you need for the journey ahead in any way you need, and be off soon.
First thing in the morning.
So she's more or less saying, take a couple days to prepare if you need it, and then get going.
All right.
Thank you, Council.
You betcha.
This meeting is adjourned as she hits her gavel, and you can see the council members stand up and leave. Can I have one of you roll me an insight check?
Sure. 26.
Alright. Roko, as you're watching the faces of the council members, you can see you're kind of like gauging from their expressions is like Artentel doesn't really seem so much bothered by it. Like, you can tell there's a little, like, he's not necessarily the happiest about it, but he's not, you gather he's not going to really think too much more on this matter, as it's been settled. But looking at Bellowstein, something kind of catches your interest that you see kind of the slightest sign of relief.
Interesting.
But it's more or less all you glean as
Gotcha.
you guys are ushered out. And we will move over to Lyran. Lyran.
Yep, I'm here.
You are more or less walked down, not towards the tree trunk market, not to it, but kind of in that, kind of a few hundred feet above it. You are taken to to a guard station that you are actually kind of familiar with, as this was the place you guys went to interrogate some other bandits that were here a while ago. While you're here, you are taken into past the courtyard and into where they keep the cells. However, The cell that you were brought into, it's a little different. They take you to a cell in the back. In it, you see what seems to be a single chair and a bed. And as you are let in, the chains are taken off your manacles, but the manacles remain on. And they say, and the guard that has escorted you here says, "You're going to wait here until a date for your courtroom meeting is your trial. That's where I'm looking for. Sorry, until your trial is set and you're allowed to make some. You are allowed to write a letter to someone that we will deliver it to so that you may secure yourself legal representation. Do you wish to write this letter now or later?"
I'll wait.
He just nods. "When you're ready, simply knock on the door, and then one of us will go and get you." Lyron, you are in this room. Are you going to do anything, or are you just going to sit?
I lie down and have a nap.
Alright. You close your eyes. And sometime later, there's a knock on the door as one of the guards come in, and he says, "So I've been given an order," as even you can kind of tell, he has kind of this, like, he's a little, like, shocked, I guess. But he's more or less says to you, "I have been given an order for your release. However, you are to be brought somewhere first. If you will come with me."
Interesting. The mud patch works quick. I follow.
You are brought as you are leaving the room. You are brought to an upper part of the city where you're taken to a building which you can recognize has some form of arcane writing on it, but you don't really have time to like look at it as you're kind of pushed in and taken to a room in the back. You find yourself then, as you're kind of make your way through these indiscriminate halls, into a small room. And the guard stands there and says, "Someone will be with you in a moment."
Could you be more vague about that?
Lyron here being arrested and still acting like an asshole.
No, I'm not acting like an asshole. I'm legitimately asking.
The man
misinterpreted.
A man says, "An entity in which I cannot confirm nor deny is humanoid is coming to do something with you in this room at some point in the future."
Thank you, Michael. I appreciate you.
You're welcome. A few moments later, a Luma man walks in, and he says, and you can see like he's like chewing on some like sunflower seeds, and he says, "All right, Lucia guy, no, hi, all right. So, I've been informed that that the council is putting you under a sort of watch list of sorts. Anyway, so what's gonna happen is you're gonna get a new tattoo today."
How did you get that nickname? Entity that is neither confirmed nor denied humanoid.
Oh, trust me, I got plenty of secrets. But anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about. So, you're gonna be getting this new tattoo, see? And what it's gonna do, it's gonna let the council know what kind of spells you're casting. And if you're casting anything that's a no-no spell, they're gonna not be real happy with you.
And what's preventing me from simply breaking this in the future?
What, the tattoo or your, Or what? Hey, be more specific here, kid.
What's preventing me from simply dispelling it?
Oh, because what's gonna happen is this tattoo of yours that you're getting is gonna be more or less binding to your very flesh and soul.
I would like to opt out of this.
Sorry. No can do.
Interesting. I can see why the coalition was formed.
Hey man, I'm just doing my job. Alright. Hey big guy, mind just strapping him down to the chair? This hurts a lot. Just nods, he goes over to you. And you can see him kind of like... He undoes the manacles for a moment, but just so he can put your arms and other manacles attached to your chair. And he kind of like straps you in.
Hey big guy, can I ask for a personal favor?
Nope. As he just...
It'll be really easy. Just find something really blunt and hit me over the head with it.
Am I allowed to do that? Lyron, make me a persuasion check.
And this is where I will use that inspiration, Michael.
Gosh.
You're such an asshole. But go ahead. Roll with advantage then.
The wafts of skunk are just coming in.
20.
God damn
I
it.
can't believe this is what you're using your inspiration on. Alright.
Hey, I'm a fucking shut-in and I was told extreme pain!
Is this? Yeah, sure, why not? But, just fair warning though. Before you do that, I gotta explain some things to him. So what's gonna happen though is, if you do cast any sort of spells that the council is not happy with, they more or less have a sort of button. They can push us out a literal button, but it's more of a spell that they can more or less kind of cast. That will more or less cause you to experience incredible, crippling amounts of pain should you violate anything that they don't want you to do, okay?
Are we sure there's no way to opt out of this procedure?
Sorry, buddy. Too late.
Well,
Alright,
big guy, find something blunt.
You can see him like kind of pull out his short sword and just like he gets behind you and then just, you know, for shits and giggles. You're so lucky I rolled a natural 19. BAM! Right in the back of your head, and you're just.
That's just Michael there, Laura.
Ah, okay, that makes more sense. I was terrified that the bot had gained sentience for a hot second.
Yeah.
That's not a bot, that's an account.
I didn't realize that until just now.
Wait, what's going on?
Laura didn't
so
realize
he's using the recording
Yeah,
account.
I'm using Laura didn't realize I'm on recording.
Yeah.
Also, Laura,
did
bots
not.
gained sentience a while ago. We control your stock market. This is currently the robot age. No, humans need not apply from this point on. We own you.
Have you met Jordan? He gained sentience a while ago.
No.
You're not wrong, but I don't expect them to casually chime in according to the conversation in a way that makes sense. So I was terrified. Anyway, I'm shutting up now.
Thank you. So Lyron, you, for just the briefest instance, sharp pain and then just black.
So, did
For safe
Jordan just get a...
Shits and giggles, roll me a Constitution saving throw.
I am wonderful at those.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, actually are pretty decent at those.
Way to go.
So Jordan, so Lyron, you feel fuzziness as you start to regain consciousness, and then oh, your body regained consciousness before this was over.
I clench my teeth and I go, big guy, you're shit at knocking people out.
You shit at staying knocked out.
I've had a lot of practice. A fucking iron magma golem was throwing rocks at me. I gained resistance.
Well, that ain't my fault now, is it?
Well, when it comes here, I'll make sure it knows your address.
I'm just picturing just like the entire place, like, okay, let's go and pick up Lyron, and we're going into the door, and we just hear all this yelling between the two.
So as the Luma's just like, hold on, as he's just like pounding the needle into your shoulder. As you look over, you see that he actually shaved off a portion of the fur on your shoulder, so he could actually get to the skin. But it's just like, hold on, you got maybe like another 10 minutes.
Excuse me?
Hey, big guy, you want to knock him out again? He just goes, oh no, apparently I'm so terrible at it.
Well, fix your mistake then. Perfect time to learn.
Roll a precision check with disadvantage.
Concussion.
If Lyron is not careful, he is going to end up being Jatu number 2.
2. 4.
Yeah.
4.
You know, it's not really part of my job description. I probably shouldn't have tried to knock you out in the first place.
Just wait till Ian gets there and ask him. He'll do it with pleasure.
Sorry, but that's the big guy's job, not mine. As you were feeling this sharp, incredible pain seep into your very soul.
Lyron experiences ungodly agony as he gets a magical tramp stamp from the council. Sorry, that was like... I can't picture it any other way. He now has a tramp stamp. It's great.
So, Lyron, the next 10 minutes of your life are a living hell.
That's nice.
The rest of you, you're more or less given instructions on where Lyron is going to be released. And when you get there, you get to this nondescript building, and all you hear is when you get there is muffled screaming and yelling.
Well, it sounds like he's getting his tattoo.
Well, you did say that they were going to place a spell on him. Didn't specify which one. Although I'm not really quite sure if there's any spells that really, for tracking at least, that torture folk.
There's lots of spells that torture folks.
No, I'm talking about it's one for tracking, I mean.
Well, I think it's more than tracking.
Well, either way.
So do you guys just wait?
Do you guys want to go get lunch while we wait?
I'm opposed to it.
Yeah, sure.
I suppose we have nothing else to do.
Wait, has Cosset been to Quackers yet?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Damn.
Where is Quackers near here?
It's a little far.
Dang.
You have like high dining establishments in this area.
Damn.
Well, we did.
Man, this is bullshit. Yeah. Where's the high-end Quackers?
High-end Le Quack.
Where's the
The quack.
Yeah, the...
Roll me an investigation check.
God, can Ian do?
You know, Ian, you can have advantage.
Yeah, buddy. 15.
Hey guys, look, it's cheese and Quackers.
I tried to take a drink and I almost fucking choked.
Give me one moment. Hold on.
Le Quack.
Well, at least I'm glad to know that
Sometimes
the
my
council-
genius, it frightens me.
Alright.
Le Quack.
So, Ian, your duck sense is tingling. As you start wandering off, finding for a place to eat, you find what seems to be this sort of like bistro that just has like in this like cursive like in the Humblewood like the birdfolk version of cursive, you just see Le Cadet, and you're like ducks.
Man,
Like
these
I'm taking this a little too far.
You know, Rufus is just going to scratch. Said, you know, it's kind of weird that bird folks are eating kind of their own. Am I the only one that's a little bit disturbed by this?
I mean,
Well, no, they're eating regular ducks.
yeah, I mean, that's kind of like saying,
They don't count as people. What do you mean?
This conversation is a little disturbing now. Like, they're not.
I know, that's what's disturbing me.
It's a little disturbing now.
I mean, within about an year when Ian was eating the burger.
It's like if people said Canadians are people and start eating Canadians. I don't approve of this.
So, you guys head in, and the first thing you see is this, like, large, like, sort of water fountain display of, like, this almost, like, this bronze gold statue of what seems to be, like, beautiful, like, swan with, like, 2 ducks at her side, and it's kind of, like, has a whole, like, water fountain veneer of it. Like, you can see, like, water is kind of trickling out from the feathers of each of the ducks and the swan. As this Corvin lady comes up, she says, "Welcome to Le Canard. How may I be of service to you today, Mister?"
Ian is just like giggling to himself.
Are you sure that you are in the right establishment, sir?
Do you folks serve waffles here?
No, we serve Gallus toast in the morning, but we do have waffles in the morning as well. Yes.
What
Yeah,
time?
but they're gourmet waffles. They're completely different. They're Belgian.
Well, our breakfast menu is open from 7 a.m. to 12 p.m.
What time is it?
You know what? You guys got here pretty early in the morning. You had the whole thing there. I will say you're kind of like right on the cusp of 12.
There's time for brunch. Let's do this.
Yeah, you guys are right in time for brunch.
Okay, let's go have some brunch, guys.
Yep.
Brunch rush.
So, I'm assuming you guys are sitting down for a nice brunch,
Oh, hell yeah.
patting yourselves on the back for a
Yeah.
nice job saving your companion, as Lyron's muffled screams are in the distance.
I want you all to
Man,
know
Sorry.
I have officially renamed my danger sense Duck Sense now. It is Duck Sense.
Rufus
I-
is the only
I
sound of
approve.
like Lyron's screams are just like Rufus is like, man, this guy's got really nice music playing. I like it.
Oh, shit. Yeah, well,
It's very ambient and peaceful.
Hey, could you guys pass me the ketchup?
so, hold on. As
Can
you
I
guys
just say it? Oh, sorry.
There you go.
Rufus is like, man, it's very odd that they decided to have this facility right beside the prison. But,
You're,
hey, I mean,
well, this building was undiscriminately marked. There's no, like, marks on it,
We basically walked
and-
into a secret police building.
more or less.
it's a black site. It's the Guantanamo Bay of Elder Hearts.
But you guys are in this fancy restaurant. I'm assuming some of you are getting waffles. Anyone else get anything?
Rocco will get his eggs Benedict with Allonge duck sauce.
Yep. All right.
Made with real duck
Can be
eggs.
served. Yep. Nope. Absolutely can be procured.
I'll
Michael.
have some French toast.
Michael, surprise me.
I'm gonna look up duck breakfast.
Okay.
I just named you one.
All right. So as you all place your orders in, Ian, in front of you, so as you know, some of you are getting your waffles, your eggs Benedict, or what was it?
There was an eggs Benedict, yeah. It's with that.
Okay. Duck list, man. Okay. Yep. Yeah, and yep. Rufus, you get the DLR, or DLT, and Ian, before you, brought out on a serving like cart. You see a large like silver plate, like with one of those like kind of lids over it, put right in front of you. And as they lift it up, you see what seems to be a whole roasted duck with several potatoes, like kind of on the side. With there seems to be some sort of stuffing in the middle, and a what seems to be a salad placed on the side as well, with a several types of sauce that you can kind of like drape over the duck to your palate's content.
Oh boy.
To use the whole roasted duck.
Shoot, I wish.
Just the biggest shit-eating grin on Ian's face right now. The big kid now. He's eating big kid dinner. But it's still duck.
Yes, so as you all enjoy a fine dining atmosphere, you eat to your heart's content, and eventually the bill arrives.
Oh no.
Much gold is leaving my pocket.
Between all of you, you are looking at about 15 gold.
Sure thing, I'll pay for it.
Damn, this is some high-class dining.
It is, no, it is very nice.
We just paid. We
Alright.
literally just spent like 3 months worth of living expenses for the average person.
Yep.
Yep.
Worth it.
You got the whole roasted duck, man. Like that ain't cheap.
Say, Ian will cover the bill.
Do you
Ian,
leave
you're
the
a
tip?
good man.
I
Do
have
you leave
no
a
other
tip?
use.
Do you think we-
Oh yeah, 5
Do
gold.
you think we should get a doggy bag for Lyran?
You get it. This is kind of not the establishment to do that.
I'm sure Lyron's fine. I'm sure they fed him in
But
the
if-
prison.
Here, just put it in the bag of holding. It'll be fine. It's preserved. There's nothing between it. Just in the void.
Look, we don't need to get so technical here, okay? Let's just get going. I'm sure Lyron's waiting
Fine.
for us. The scream stopped a few minutes ago.
They did. Lyran, eventually, we'll come back to you as you all make your way back to the nondescript building. Lyran, the tattoo guy finally finishes. He's like, all right, there you go, big guy.
You have a sick profession.
Listen, I do all sorts of work. You want a tattoo that actually like does good shit for you? I'm your guy, all right? Like I can do shit other than this. It's just I'm one of the few people who can do this, so I get paid the big bucks to do it.
You know, I'm just really love the fact that necromancy is illegal, but torturing folk with tattoos is not.
Oh yeah.
Hey, man. Hey, listen, this is a religious thing, all right?
Honestly, this is revenge on Jordan for what he did to Uvek last session.
Wait, I wasn't there last session, so what happened?
Or
I shall ask you
what
I'll ask
session
later.
before that?
Oh,
When I knock someone out because I'm not sure whether what I'm gonna be doing is painful or not, I keep that person knocked out.
So, the guy's like, all right, but if you listen here, if you want, I can give you a business card.
Sure.
Oh god.
Yes,
Ian
there's-
will arrive here sometime for a duck tattoo.
He goes to his back pocket, pulls out a business card. He's like, all right, here you go, buddy. Listen, if you want to, they're expensive though. Magic ain't exactly cheap to get.
So do you just get,
I'll
like,
keep that
Natasha
in mind.
tattoos?
All right. You're unstrapped from the chair, and the guard kind of walks you out of the building.
Yay!
You obviously they let you put your clothes back on so you can cover the tattoo, but looking at the tattoo, it is this very like, it's this very like integral sort of arcane circle on there. That is like, it's weird because it's like you can only feel it on the surface of your skin, but yet you also kind of like feel it almost like it's boring through the entire like shoulder, like it's just so it's a strange feeling. But as you are let out, your possessions return to you. You see your party walking down the street towards your direction.
So, you got a tramp stamp?
Everything okay? You doing okay there, buddy?
You're kind of out there, Mike. I mean,
Yeah, I don't know what's up with Discord.
I think it's your gain input and output, as in like sometimes it stops detecting that you're speaking. So try lowering that a bit.
My output?
Yeah. As in like voice detection.
Yeah, my input's up there, so raise my output? Or lower
Hold
it?
on, I'll actually find it.
Like, I'm in the detection, I just need to know if I gotta lower, it's the input or the output I gotta lower or max out.
It's the output.
Okay, so I max out the output?
Yep.
That better?
Stop.
sounds pretty consistent.
Okay, that must have been just some weird
Stop making fun of my handwriting. I know it's horrible.
It adds to it. It adds to it.
thing. Pretty much.
I mean, to be fair, you're not drawing with a mouse.
I'm drawing with my finger. I'm not sure if that's better or worse.
That's worse.
Yeah.
But anyway. But yeah, you all see Lyron, and he looks kind of like shit.
So, how's everything going, Lauren?
Oh, god damn it. Still not working.
It is, I think.
No, it wasn't. It won't cut on right away for some reason.
Weird.
How beat up does Lyron look? Like, how much damage has he taken?
It doesn't look like he's taking damage, but just looks like he's been through a hell of a trip.
The damage is emotional, not physical.
More or less.
Tutu brings the leftovers from the nice meal they had and holds it out to him.
I don't think I can handle food at the moment. Thank you for the thought. It's very appreciated.
Things are a bit... Things are...
I'd pat you, but I'm scared of breaking you. Okay.
Things are
Maybe
a bit rough.
later.
As long as it's not on the... anywhere on the body area, it's fine.
Do you...
Or as a matter of fact, anywhere on the spirit area, actually.
Sorry. This was the best way we could keep you from rotting in prison for 20-some years, so...
Have you considered suggesting banishment? Have you considered summary execution? As a matter of fact, I preferred summary execution.
Why does it necessary?
I disagree.
Well, I mean...
I'm sure you'll recover.
When I get the... If I ever learn how to cast banishment, I'll let you know. I don't think I will, though. Even if I can.
It's 7th level, my friend, to get banishment.
Yeah, I don't even know if bards can even cast it, to be honest. Probably not.
So how's everyone else's day been?
Well, we got a nice lunch.
Sweetness!
We yelled at the council for a bit. So,
Ian got a duck. And he ate it.
Yep.
I'm happy for you guys.
He's still holding it, just like a chicken wing. Just taking a bite out of it as he's speaking.
You think Ian didn't put that shit away immediately? Like, eat the entire... Shame on you, Andy.
No, when I picture he's like... He kind of just like put the entire thing in his mouth and then just pulled and all the bones just popped out of his mouth.
Oh god, no.
By the way, Ian, the stuffing in the center, like that was in the turkey, like it had that nice like crisp edge to it, where it's like a little, just the slightest bit burned, but yeah, on the inside, very nice, warm and soft. It was really good.
Me personally, I do not particularly care for stuffing at all, so I mean, the duck was where it's at.
Alright, fair.
Tutu ate all the stuffing.
Oh yeah.
Cosset helped.
Fuck yeah.
Okay, so what does the wise council actually want of us now?
To go back to the avium and study on what the hell those things are. If I remember correctly.
Basically, we gotta figure out what's going on with this thing of fire.
Hey, Heath, I think your gain is a bit too high now. You're starting to echo yourself a little bit.
I'm on my phone right now.
Ah, okay. Makes sense. Well, I don't think we're going to get any traveling done in the meantime, so maybe perhaps it would be good to have a night's rest, so that way our little wizard friend here can get a little readjusted to his... Actually, what did they do to you?
That's a good question.
From what the vaguely humanoid or perhaps not entity described to me, it was a mark that binds one's body and soul and lets the council know what I do at every given moment of the day, and gives them a monitorum on inflicting incredible amounts of pain to me at any given moment.
Well, that's interesting.
I understand why the militia was formed.
Hey, that's what I said.
I know. Let's form the militia back up. I still have the robes. They were really nice black and red robes. I miss when we were part of the good guys.
In any case, all we can do now is just move forward.
Or we could go to Wainwright's city and wait for a couple of years. Just do nothing.
Yeah, let him burn. I'd agree, but
I was thinking
think
about it if they didn't let Lauren go, but at this point, probably better to just see what we can do. Hopefully, if you prove yourself to be a good boy, Lauren, I'll let you get rid of that stupid tattoo.
I don't think that's an option. The guy who made it was very specific that it's really hard to remove. Borderline impossible, actually.
He did
Yeah,
say
I'm sure they got some sort of lasers for it.
he said he could remove it.
Fair enough.
He did let you know that it is possible for him to remove it, but you gather that, like, this is very... He made a very clear point of, he's more or less one of the very few people who actually are knowledgeable about such things. So, take that as you will.
Maybe you could get it taken off after a few years of good boy behavior.
Sorry, just laughing at the loud thump from Andy's corner at that.
Maybe.
Did I cause a thump? Sorry.
So good.
Lauren casting a spell at all? The council.
No.
No.
Good meme.
Okay, well, I am about ready to collapse and go unconscious for as long as humanly possible.
What's a human?
Well, it seems like a point.
What's a what?
What's a human? I'm memeing. Please go on.
I think it's a hairless monkey.
What's
Right.
a monkey?
That's a very good point. None of you would really know what a monkey is either.
I've seen pictures.
Probably,
I mean, Rocco is a cleric of knowledge.
Okay,
idea what
well,
to do.
I head towards the inn.
Alright. The rest of you follow, or are you just letting Lyran just kind of stumble off?
I will head towards the end too.
Yeah, Ian's gonna follow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Might as well go and get relaxed.
Alright, you all head back to the Crystal Branch Inn, a frequent favorite of your guys's.
Hey,
Frequent
DM.
flavor of mine. Everyone just sleeps in Roko's temple.
Hey, DM. I keep meaning to do this, and then I keep forgetting to do this because my memory is not that much better than Tatoo's.
Lyran character.
Can I go look for the Vermelia family?
Oh, absolutely. Meg, so you're splitting off from the group to go do this?
Yeah.
Okay. Make me an investigation check.
Oh boy. Could be much worse.
14. Alright. It takes you a little bit, but after asking around kind of like the canopy market, kind of the higher end places, you do eventually, a fellow Gerbine actually tells you, oh yeah, I've heard of the Vermilia. They should be in the, they should be around the, what's it called? As Michael is looking in the campaign notes for a second, trying to think of what that area is called, because you guys have had no reason to go there yet.
Oh, nice.
The Bright Hollows. Yeah, they should be in the Bright Hollow somewhere.
Okay. Directions / Michael, what number does the Bright Hollows refer to?
Number 6.
Cool.
So you spend some time traveling down there, more or less taking the bungee jump express.
From.
No, not really. Unfortunately, it's not like Minecraft where you can just land in like a 1 by 1 meters of water.
Damn.
But
Tutu can hop around like an idiot, so there is that option.
Would you like to try to hop around the bridge? Okay.
Bounce. Bounce.
Alright. So you more or less bounce your way down to that section of the city where, as part of your previous investigation check, asking around a bit more, you do come across the address that's been spoken. As you get to the Bright Hollows, you kind of see it's part of the interior of the tree, but it's like kind of on the edge of it where you can kind of like see holes where natural sunlight is coming in. And there seems to be pools of water as water seems to be running down several channels through this area of Elderheart. You make your way across to this small kind of alcove where you see a couple of houses built around what seems to be this little running pool of water, where you go up to the house that was ascribed to you after forgetting it a couple times, but fortunately for you, you had the foresight to write it down. And eventually you find yourself at the entrance to what seems to be not a nest, but a small little house.
Nice. I knock on the door.
Alright. A few moments pass, and then you just hear a voice go, "Just a minute."
I'm gonna ruin this woman's whole day. Sorry, go on.
As a woman, Vulpin woman, kind of black fur with, who seems to be wearing kind of like this sort of like pink shirt with a white apron over it, looks like with what seems to be kind of like flour kind of like across the apron, and she looks down and she says, "Oh, hello. What can I do you for?"
Hi. You're the Vermilia, or one of the Vermilias, right?
Ah, yes. I cannot talk today. Sorry. Words. Sorry, my lips
It's all good.
Hold on. Down. She sells for the seashore. Okay. Anyway. I'm Cheryl Familia.
actually, before I say anything else, is it okay if I come in and, I don't know, you sit down with me? Because, yeah.
Certainly, come on in. And she leads you into what seems to be a smaller, little, lovely home. It's well decorated enough. You can see she seems to be making well enough for herself.
Mhm.
What can I help you with? As she kind of brings you to her living room, by a couple of chairs by the fireplace.
Yeah. Tatu pulls out her little, notes that have the names on them and glances at the name and address one more time and says, I'm not really good with words, so I'm just going to apologize in advance, but, your sister passed. I don't know if she was actually your sister or your wife or something, or any of the above, really, but...
I don't have a wife or a sister.
Jasmine Vermilia?
Her eyes get wide. You mean my daughter?
Oh shit, this makes it so much worse. Yeah. I'm sorry, it's kind of a long story, but I kind of found her off in the woods. She passed. It was her ghost.
Ghost? Wait. Are you sure it's her? What happened? She seems kind of. She seems like she's struggling to process this information.
Tatu honestly does feel bad because they are somewhat aware that they're absolutely shit with this, but there were a few other people who also died with her. Unfortunately, there's a necromancer out there who was killing a lot of people and such, and her ghost was one of those that was left behind that I could get information from. And she pointed me here and gave me your name, so. Or the Vermilion name, anyway.
I see. You can see like tears are welling up in her eyes. And it was, and you're sure it was her?
Yeah. I followed up on another lead, and I don't really remember what she looks like too much. I don't have the best of memories, but the other lead, they also have the same name. Or I'm sorry, I'm messing this up.
No.
Yes, I'm sure it was her.
You can see her like start crying as she's like trying to hold herself together. It's like, she was on her, she was on her way to the avium. She was about to start her studies there, and it is not fit at all. You are right.
I've been trying not to say something for a while. It's just, imagine having the news of your daughter's death being broken to you by a gerbine to this fucking music.
I forgot it was playing in all the truth and honesty. She says, sorry guys.
Okay, you're fine.
Honestly, I was vibing.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad.
I am too, just this scene right here does not fit what Tutu's doing at all.
You are absolutely right. But she says she was gonna start her studies at the avium, and I had heard for a while. I just thought she was forgetting to write or something, or the band just caused a backup in mail. I don't know. I was. Oh. As you can see her start to. She's full blown crying at this point.
Mm-hmm. Tutu just doesn't say much, just kind of sits and lets her talk, and then says, if it's any help after I killed the person who did it, she and the others kind of went on. They weren't held down anymore.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I don't know how I can repay your kindness. Thank you for letting me know.
Hey, don't worry about it. I'm sorry that it ended up like that.
Thank you. Thank you. I don't know how I can repay you, but are you going to be staying here in Elderheart?
Not for too long, but Tutu desperately looks for a receipt from the inn that they usually end up staying in. When I'm in town, I'm usually up in here, with another group. I really don't have a good memory, so you'd be better off looking. If you need to get in contact with me, you'd be better off going to, the Church of Recyclia and asking to leave a message with the priest there. You really don't have to worry about repaying me, though. It's not that big a deal.
No, I
But didn't mean it like, oh god, oh, sorry.
No, it's fine. I just don't know what I'll just let me know if you're in town again, and I'll come find you. I just don't want this to. Thank you.
Is there anyone else around here right now that you can talk to when I leave?
My husband will be coming back in town. You're good to go. I'll be fine. Thank you.
She just kind of nods and I guess kind of pauses to jot down her name again, which was... I forgot. Fuck. I'm sorry, can you remind me of your name one more time so I can remember this?
Alright, I'm not gonna lie, I forgot the name as well.
You forgot the name?
I think
Michael?
it was something like Sasha or Sarah or Sadie, something with an S.
We'll go
It's
with
a good thing we have a recording.
Yeah, I was to say, we'll find out when the recording comes out, and I will message it to you then. Because I'm not gonna lie, I completely forgot about all of this.
It's all good. I respect your improv.
You?
Whatever
her name is tells you her name, and she says, I'll pay you for this.
You really don't got it. It's done with. I'm just glad that the guy doing that is dead now. You know.
Me too. I hope he suffers for all eternity.
Tutu just nods and kind of just shifts in place. Tutu is not good at any of this shit. This is probably the best Tutu has ever been.
Come by my bakery at some point. It's up in the Canopy Market.
Sure, I appreciate it.
You help. Yeah.
Take care of yourself, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And she goes back to she completely breaks down at this point. She is ugly crying. She is she's just broken apart at this point, as far emotionally speaking.
I feel so bad. Yeah, Tutu
Not gonna
doesn't.
lie, I thought. Oh, sorry.
No, go on.
No, that's all right.
I thought we were gonna have another
Hey,
great
DM.
moment, though.
Hey, DM. How? It's been a while since the peanut butter cookies were made for Tutu. Like, are they anything now, or are they just gross?
It's been well over a month at this point.
Tutu thinks of leaving the cookies and then just looks at them, kind of sniffs and goes, ugh, fine, and makes a face at these now, half of which were eaten and the rest of which are moldy, and goes, ugh.
I don't think peanut butter
Never mind.
cookies can go moldy.
Yeah, I probably could.
Just a whole new level of stale. They're like rock hard.
Yeah, they'll go stale as hell, that's for sure. But they won't go. Cookies are so
No.
full of sugar, they don't go moldy. They don't really go bad.
No. If over the course of a lot of time you apply enough ambient moisture to them, they can indeed go moldy.
Yeah, and these have been sitting at the bottom of her pack for a while.
This is why you should always put your cookies in the bag of holding so they stay baker fresh.
Yes.
No,
Tutu has
bag of
no
holding
brain.
doesn't work like that. They still spoil.
The more you know.
But there's no oxygen in a bag of holding.
Oxygen
10
doesn't
minutes
preclude
worth of it.
spoiling.
Say that again.
Go on, Jordan.
What would you say, Laura?
Oxygen doesn't preclude molding, I don't believe.
I think it does, but I could be wrong.
It actually does, yeah. But again, there's 10 minutes worth of oxygen in a bag of holding, and I'm pretty sure that replenishes each time you open it.
Yeah, more or less. But moving on. Tutu, this woman is like ugly crying in front of you. Her hands are just in her face. Are you just gonna kind of go? Are you just gonna like kind of shimmy? Yeah. What are you doing?
Just go.
Yeah.
Just hide. Just go and hide in the bushes.
God.
It's like Homer. Just back away.
God. Yeah, Tutu's just gonna kind of wish she had something to give to the lady other than a shitty note and shittier news, and she doesn't have anything, so she's just gonna back off.
You say your last goodbyes and leave the house.
Yeah.
She gets the door for you, as any good host should.
Oh.
And she just says, stay safe on your travels, please. As she just,
Yeah.
and she just kind of like closes the door. And you're standing outside this woman's house.
Yep. She's just gonna go wandering back now towards everyone else and feel both awkward and sad, mostly.
What's up,
Alright.
Tutu? What's going on with you?
Oh, as you guys are in the Crystal Branch, were any of you doing anything while that was happening?
You know what? I think Rufus is going to just go back to the inn, and he's going to start up a little poker table or something.
Alright. Rufus playing poker. Lyron, what are you doing?
Taking the longest nap of my existence.
Alright, you crash into bed. Cosette.
Cosette doesn't quite want to turn in yet, so she might follow Rufus to the poker table.
Alright. Ian.
Writing.
Writing?
Yes.
What are you writing?
I actually already have like a paragraph of what he's writing, but it is so. Yes, he can write. It's gonna have a shit ton of grammatical mistakes.
I'm a fan of this. Continue.
But yeah, that is all he's doing. He's writing.
Alright. And Rocco.
Rocco will probably be at the table waiting for Tutu, playing poker with Rufus and Cosette.
Now, do you guys actually want to play a round of poker?
Sure.
Alright.
We play a hand of poker.
Alright, for those of you playing, you may either give me a deception check or a sleight of hand check, depending on whether you're trying to... If you're trying to be honest, you can make me a deception check, an insight check, or if you're trying to be dishonest and cheat, you can make me a sleight of hand check.
I'll go with insight.
Let's read you beggars' faces.
I'll go
Alright.
deception.
Deception, alright. And Cassette.
Let's see. I think I will do sleight of hand.
Read 'em and weep, boys. Read 'em and weep.
Why the
so
fuck is Roko the best at poker? Like, I'm both surprised and thoroughly not surprised.
How do you have a 7 in insight?
Because I'm proficient with a maximum wisdom.
Yeah, he's got 20 wisdom now. Yeah, we leveled up to 4.
That's right. Alright, so yeah, Roko, you're reading everyone like a book tonight. You are making the right call. And you even catch Cassette at one point, try to sleight of hand some cards.
Watch it
But
there, Missy. I see them there's wandering talents.
What? Nothing going on here. And I just quickly try to hide what I'm doing.
You know, Roko, it's kind of hard to be, I've met a lot of people in my travels. I've had to lie to a lot of different folks, but you are one tough nut to crack.
Years of practice, my friend. Years of practice. You'd be amazed
Well,
how many people lie to you saying they'll come to your church when they really don't mean it.
wait, who goes to church and not mean it? I want to know. What kind... Oh, man, that's... Well, either way, Rufus will turn in some of his reward from earlier, so... Well, we're playing for like 5 gold each or something. I don't know.
That is entirely up to you guys. Oh, by the way, Lyron, did you add the gold you guys got from this last mission?
I think I did, yes.
Okay.
How much did we get again? I can't remember. It was 500 total, so yeah, we all got about like 80 apiece, that's right.
So where do you think
walks in. Sorry, go on. Go on.
Oh, speak of the devil.
Alright. Did you arrived?
I just kind of wave at them.
Hey, Tutu.
By the way, how much gold did I win
Did
up
you just-
to?
Well, I bet 5, so...
I'll say I also bet 5.
Fair enough.
Alright. You guys can make the exchange of gold.
Ah, damn, this is, not how I turned it. I was
Funnily
hoping
enough,
it
though,
was
this is
gonna
the second time Roko's beating everybody in poker.
Yeah,
I know, it's humiliating.
Hey there, what's eating you, Pipsqueak?
Okay.
Really, you look kind of down in the dumps.
Does Tuto even remember what just happened?
Let's roll an int save.
No.
Tutu, you just remember you're supposed to feel sad about something. You don't know what, though.
So you're just generally feeling sad and you forgot what makes you sad.
Yeah.
Nothing a good
Tutu,
drink can't
Tutu.
cure. Nothing a good drink can't cure. Got any of that church wine there,
I think that's usually what the drink is for.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know it's making me sad, and Tutu will pull out the peanut butter cookies that are fucked up and be like,
Oh,
"Who's
yeah, that is
rotten?
sad.
I
Wasted food.
You see,
God, what is
Roko
that?
does the holy symbol of the 3 R's for the wasted food.
Hey, they're not wasted, they just decompose.
That's a
forget.
peanut butter cookie. That's gonna take a long time.
It will take a long time, but it will eventually happen.
That is cool.
Tutu's just gonna toss them."
Just out the window.
Roko grabs him, puts him in his bag.
Compost.
So wait,
Jesus.
do you just have like a compost bag and a recycling bag?
Pretty much. Roko's got all 3 bags, man. He's got the paper, the plastic, and the compost.
God. You're not beat up about some cookies. Maybe we can bake you some more later.
Yeah, that could be fun.
No, I could.
They're mom's cookies.
Oh, I guess that's true.
Yeah. Thanks for the offer, though.
But I mean, Roko is proficient in pretty much anything. I bet he can whip up something.
Yeah, pretty good
Fair.
at cooking.
Gossett definitely cannot bake. Do not trust her in a kitchen.
Honestly, at this
I can
point,
make
we don't know
maps.
if we should trust Cossette anywhere.
Yeah, really. She probably won't
I can-
betray the party. Just, casually steal from them now and again.
I'm probably not good at making cookies, but I can definitely go and steal them pretty decently.
The best kind of cookies is the one stolen with love.
I mean, if you're gonna steal something, at least make it, not the cookies, man.
What, you mean the cakes?
So,
Cake's
Cassette
fine,
that
pie's
stole the
fine.
cookie from the cookie jar.
Hey,
We're
cookies are small and easy to transport, just saying. You can steal multiple of them too.
nice and nasty. Mmm.
I actually could really kill for some buttercream cake right now.
God. Yeah.
Finally remember to put my cake in the oven.
Oh, that's adorable.
What time is it in the game?
By the time you get back, and after everything that's happened today, I'll say it's around, you've traveled basically the whole of Elderheart. I'll say it's probably around 6 at this point.
Yeah. Still early. Deal me in, why don't you?
Alrighty. Rufus will take back his cards and begin shuffling.
Alright, as you guys unwind for the night, you more or less take this time to relax. Lyran, your body aches as you're trying to rest, but eventually sleep does find you. You guys may take a long rest. As you guys sleep the night away, and you may now apply your level ups.
Huzzah!
I guess technically my insight was 22, but still beat everybody.
Well,
Just
if we are going to, actually, when we wake up, anybody that's playing poker also take 8 temporary hit points. So I will use the Inspiring Leader feat.
Oh, you took Inspiring Leader. Well, that will have to be... That won't be applied till the next day anyways, man. As soon as we take a long rest, they
I
go
know.
away.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, no, I'm just the memories of it. The memories and fun.
A bar fight or something.
Yeah. Rufus will recall the time that he lost 10 gold instead.
Rufus gives an inspiring speech of how good Roko was at poker last night.
God.
Actually, we should probably... Can we resolve that, actually? See who won between the 4 of us.
If you guys would like to make another round, sure.
Great.
Sure, it's... Remind me of the things. Sleight of hand,
or
deception.
insight.
Okay.
Oh no.
Alright, well, that's a 21, but...
I will do deception.
Oh,
fuck!
Come on,
Me too.
Tutu.
Damn it!
Oh!
Mine!
Son of a bitch.
What?
So another 15 gold for Roko.
The undisputed poker champion of your party.
Ian just comes in, rolls sleight of hand, rolls a nat 20.
Well, I think the reason why Michael's really good at this, or Roko is that he reduced our coin forces, reused our coins and put them in his, and just cycled us through cycled through the cards. He whatever. I'm too tired.
it's all good.
The
I'm
signal
dead inside.
blesses those who love.
Well. Shit. You know what? Never mind. I won't even bother.
So, you guys take your long rest though. Lyran, as you sleep, you feel like you get a night's rest, you get your long rest and the benefits of it, but just throughout the entire night, you have just kind of felt like a sort of like a weight on you. Like you can't describe it. It's like you're not like heavy, but just something feels like it is just sort of anchoring you somewhere. You're not. It's hard to describe.
Well, I have my project for until this is resolved.
Which is?
Get rid of the mark.
Gotcha. By the way, just make sure we're clear. You do have your spell book, however, your necromancy books, including the one about including your smut, have all been confiscated.
Neat. Does my spellbook actually contain necromancy? It doesn't. I am innocent. I go in front of council.
But you all awaken the next day, and as you are gathering yourselves, you see a familiar Corvin man stand before you, walk into the room, as he says, I got a package from the council, apparently a last bit of your reward for your last job. As it kind of like sets it on the table for you all.
Oh? What's this?
Ooh.
Don't. No, I knew it. I knew that was going to be the thing he would say. Damn it. It's predictable as yesterday's weather.
So, give me a second to get it out of the thing and make it visible to you all. Where is the...
I had a new UA. It's apparently based on Dragonborn. Interesting.
Yeah. I read it a while ago. Looks pretty cool.
Alright.
Yeah.
Inside you see a note that reads, as rewards for your previous venture into the Scorched Grove and the information that you have recovered about the aspect of fire here, and for the future tasks for which we have assigned you, you have been rewarded these braces of archery for your valiant service to the woods. Signed, Tyria Bellowstein.
Ha! Anybody
As
here
you guys
use a
now
bow?
have bracers of archery.
Oh, jeez.
Anybody here use a bow?
Ooh, fancy.
Doesn't Cosset use a bow?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, here you go, Cassette. These are probably best with you.
I mean, I think I only need one, but...
One what?
Oh, do we each get one, or does...
No,
it
Oh,
just-
no.
you got one pair.
It's just the one.
It is singular pair.
Yeah, singular pair.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we all get our braces of archery when only one of us is an archer. That would be fantastic.
Okay, yeah, I saw like the plural, and I'm like, oh, okay.
The council determined that we need 5 archers to handle this, so here's some magic items, go do it.
Hey, look, I don't think any of us want to get close to that thing again.
True.
Okay, yeah.
You look good on ya.
So, as you guys divvy up this and you're starting to get ready for your day, you have another visitor. As you see both Havel the Moon and Trevor walk in.
Oh boy.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Feeling any better?
Oh, yes. Trevor kind of goes like, yes, I'm feeling a bit better. Thank you all for your work over the past week or so.
Don't mention it.
Yes, and I would personally like to thank you for making sure that Trevor got back safe and sound.
Oh,
So-
there was no worries there either. He was very helpful.
Oh, it's good to hear, Trevor, that you're doing well. Yes, thank you. He kind of gives you. He's accepting the compliment, but it looks a little confused at you.
What? You were very good at guiding.
Right. Thank you. Yes, yes. As things, we have prepared a bit of a gift for you. From the tenders to you for your services and assistance in the matter, and from what I heard, your continued assistance in this task, we wanted to present you something.
Oh, that's nice.
And you can see Havel go for his bag, and you can see what seems to be this leather helmet that he pulls out, and you can see what seems to be this kind of daunty feather on it. It seems to be it looks very similar to the feathers that Havel has. He says, this is a little something that we had prepared over the last day or so for you. Yeah. As he hands you this helmet.
Oh boy, oh boy.
What's this do?
That is a feathered helm. You see, it's it's my deepest thanks to you for ensuring that Trevor got home safely. It's a magical item that will have 3 charges in it, and since it has one of my feathers on it, you can expend a charge to cast Bless or 2 charges to cast Aid.
Oh, that's
Oh, that's
nice.
pretty useful.
And as you guys also get this.
Well, isn't that handy?
This can be used by anybody, right?
Yep.
Well, I already can do those two things, so what do you
Anyone
guys
who doesn't
want?
mind having a large large helmet with a large plume on it.
I don't think Ian can actually wear it because I don't think it'll fit around his horns.
It's a
Magical
item,
items
it'll
fit
kinda-
around you.
Yeah. It'll work.
Because I don't really need it.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. I could putting it on me is pointless. I already have Bless and I already have Aid.
Wait,
You
what?
haven't considered extra spell slots.
Suppose that's somewhat true.
I mean, we could give it to Andy.
I mean, I already have the. I mean, if you guys are not against
To
it,
be
I already
honest, I
There
have.
is zero
actually
use
think
for
it
me to
is
have this.
best with you, though, for Ian, because you got the best con save for concentration checks to keep Bless up.
I mean, I have +3 in con right now.
That is an action I am using to not hit something.
Let's be honest.
Yeah,
there's
I
lots
tend
of
to be a
times
much
you can't
more
reach
support.
the enemy.
What?
I mean, there are times you can't hit the enemy.
I have javelins.
Fair.
I mean, I do have that amulet already.
There are very few times where I'm unable to hit something. Or at least attempt to.
I'm just checking if I'm not fully attuned, because I got the Brooch of Shield and the Ring of Featherfall. So I've already got 2 attuned items.
Yeah.
Ian.
2-2.
What's your con save, Laura?
Let's see. Let me look at my con. No brain happening right now. My con is +3, 16.
Your con save
Yeah,
is a
same
pro
here.
+5 because you have your proficiency as a fighter.
Yeah, so me and Laura have the same exact con save.
Yeah, Laura should take it then. That would make the most sense because they can action surge, cast bless, and then do the attacking.
Yeah.
Sure.
Plus, you would have Hunter's. You'd be able to cast Hunter's Mark or Magic Weapon That might
Was
come
that
in
no?
later.
It had
That's
blessed
only-
aid.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if it had Hunter's Mark, definitely should go to the fighter. But no, it's only got blessed aid, so 2/2's the one the best to have it.
Yeah.
Alright.
And that way we
Yeah.
can also get everybody blessed, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Which is a great thing to have, because bless is great.
Especially if we got to make a bunch of deadly saving throws.
Yep.
Gone, giving the fighter all the magic items.
I mean, that's literally what
2/2.
fighters are for.
Yeah.
So Tutu, you put on this helmet. It does require attunement, so just keep that in mind.
You'll need a short rest. Or like
I just picture we just put like this helmet on top of Tutu, and it's basically like just putting like a like one of those milk carts on the top of a like a crab or something like that. Just completely encompasses them.
and then slowly shrinks to the size of Tutu's head.
Yeah, I know. So Tutu, they put this helmet on your head. It's a little big, and then over the course of the next hour, you can just feel it.
Nice.
But Havel looks at you all and says, "We hear you're heading out soon, so we want to wish you the best of luck."
Oh, thanks a lot. Yep, we gotta head off, get to that evening right away.
Probably a good idea. We should get ready soon.
I mean, we do
Well,
want to
very-
take care of that thing of fire.
And if you have any last-minute preparations, I suggest you do it now before you leave.
I think we're all good, right, guys?
Yep.
Unless you want another game.
I'm not in a rush.
Let's see if there are any more healing potions in that one shop. But other than that, I'm good.
Sure, we can swing by there.
Yeah.
Alright. So, you guys make your way out, bidding Havel and Trevor a good day. You head out. And you head to a familiar shop. So you head to Elsa's Emporium once more. As you all walk in, she says, "Ah, my favorite money bags. How are you doing this day?"
Oh, great, my favorite vendor of magical items.
That I am. So, what is your merry band of sociopaths up to this evening?
Well, this friend of a sociopath needs healing potions so make sure we can continue being sociopaths.
I see. This, let me see. I did get some new stock in. Let me just roll a magical dice to see how much I got back in. Hold on. There. I did get another 2 potions in.
Yes, please. How much?
Considering that you keep coming back here over and over despite my insults, I shall say there are 45 gold each.
Nice. I will take both.
Quick question. Do you always insult your customers? I mean, I
No.
find it hilarious, but...
No, just you lot because you seem like good enough sports. And I've seen this man bisect someone, and it's the only way I can cope with that.
Hey, we're family, right? You gotta be able to insult family. That's what they're there for.
Right. So, sorry, sir, little Tutu. You said you would take both? Alright. Remove 90 gold from your inventory as you get to add 2 more health potions.
Nice. Potions. Oh, by the way, your eye was great. I lodged it into the skull of... I don't remember what actually, but I was fighting something and I lodged the eye into the skull.
But that sounds very interesting. I really wish you could remember what it was. I'm quite curious now.
I feel like it has something to do with Cosset. But I don't think I killed Cosset, because Cosset's right there.
I would certainly hope not.
What was that about killing me? Cosette was like staring at something on the shelf.
Yeah. Rogan just turns it to
Look, Tutu, we got enough problem with Leon and the necromancy thing. You don't have to talk about killing people and bringing them back right now.
What is this about the necromancer thing?
Just that Tutu has taken care of one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I see. Was that what you killed with my eye?
No, Cosset wasn't there for that one, I don't think, but I killed the thing with an eye with Cosset, but I don't remember what I jammed the eye into. You're right, Cosset, out of character, you might remember Tutu jamming a wooden fucking thing into the skull of the, Mothman.
Oh, right. Wait, I'm sorry. I was like,
Spacing, it's all good.
I was finagling my disaster of a cake. It is falling to pieces. I'm sad.
No!
F. Also, I'm gonna go and say thank you for the health potions, and then completely ignore her and walk over to Lyran and say, hey, when I was digging around my bag, I found this, and hold up a quote-unquote blue-gray vial. That is the entire description.
Oh, right. I forgot I gave that to you.
I forgot I had it.
I cast Identify on that blue-gray vial.
Alright. So, you identify that as a potion of enlargement.
Ian, get over here.
Oh no, Ian is looking for duck memorabilia.
Oh, don't worry. We'll get to that in a moment.
This Tutu does what I constantly do to Ian when we're in trouble, which is make him unreasonably big.
Huh.
So if Tutu tickets you would be the size of the average person?
I believe so.
The new token looks beautiful.
God.
Beautiful.
Wait, new token?
The one I had for Ian, I just put it on the map.
Oh.
It's beautiful.
Speaking of Ian, Elsa looks at you and says, by the way, I got some things that I think you will enjoy very much.
Oh.
She goes to the back, and then when she comes back, she seems to be holding out this leather jacket, which you're thinking to yourself, it's big, it's definitely for your size. It's just like, she's more or less having to hold it up because she is a small size creature. She's more or less just holding it up, kind of like way above her head to keep it from dragging on the floor. And you're thinking to yourself, alright, I guess it's a nice jacket, but that's not really my thing. And then she turns it around, and you can see what seems to be like this sort of like rubber ducky on like this broomstick, but on the end of it, and then there's just fire coming out of the broomstick with this sort of like wizard hat with these sort of like shades on it as this like muscly rubber duck sort of thing, with a cigar in its mouth and a crossbow in one hand. It's just like large embroiderment on the back of that.
Please tell me there's a picture of that.
There is not. Trust me, I looked.
Right.
Hell's duckies.
How much? Or the
Well,
jacket?
this is high quality leather, so I am gonna have to charge you a bit more for it. But
Alright.
you have been a very good customer of mine. And again, I have seen you bisect a man in half, so for this I shall say 10 gold.
Done.
You hand over your 10 gold.
Really
Wonderful.
Slick, man. Really slick.
It is a joy every time you go to Ellis's shop, and I just had to think of something else to give you.
God.
You don't have to give me anything, Michael.
We figured out the mechanics of this world. We can spawn infinite duck memorabilia. Let's just leave the store, wait 6 seconds, and re-enter it.
I mean, you missed an opportunity for the jacket there to say "Quack or Die" on the back of it.
Stop.
It says that now.
God.
I'm just picturing now. Sorry.
But Ian, you may remove 10 gold from your inventory and add whatever you want to call this jacket into it.
As you have now found the one shirt that Ian will wear.
He has like a. Did you know? He wears like a sleeveless tunic.
Ah, okay, so that's kind of what this is like.
Yeah, just. Yeah.
Well, that looks
Did I,
good.
did I mention the rubber ducky kind of has like that buzzed haircut sort of thing?
The mohawk?
Yeah.
I must say, it looks quite flattering on you.
Very slimming. Well, guys, I guess unless we need anything else, we should get going. We got a long road ahead of us.
I am curious if there's any other magic items that she has recently procured.
We got money for
As
that.
the moment. As the moment,
Well, you know.
I haven't gotten anything new one.
Fair enough. We did just get a couple of our own, so we should be good. But thank you for it's a pleasure as always.
Oh, by all means, come back anytime. I'd be more than happy to accept your company, and more importantly, your money.
Of course. Okay, guys, we got a long road ahead of us. Let's head her out.
I swear, coming to Elsa's shop is always a delight. I love it here.
Is it her personality or the fact that she is capitalized in your ducky obsession?
Yes.
Fair enough. So, you guys set out from Elderheart once more. Not sure if you're going to find what you need in the avium, but as some of you are now facing the consequences of your actions, justified or not, you head out, and that is where we will end the session for tonight.
Sounds good.
Wonderful.
Stopping the recording.
All right. Yeah.